What's up, everybody? Yes, we are in Houston this time, okay? I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to sweat that bad. I'm not going to pass out. I'm used to the heat. I've been down here for a little bit now. I'm okay. We're all good. So you know what? I'm going to stay here in Houston, and I'm going to give you guys my takeaways from day number 17 of Detroit Lions training camp, or the second day of Detroit Lions joint practices against the Houston Texans. So let's get right into it. Alright, so we're going to start it off like we usually do. Not always, because sometimes we don't, but we usually do this, and this is a good way to start it off. We're going to start it off with the participation report. Now, I actually have a lot of takeaways from today. So, if there is enough information, and I do a part 2, and if I do a part 2, make sure you guys are there, because there may be a part 2 on this, so make sure you guys stay tuned in case that happens. But we're going to start this off with the participation report. And the first news that we have, because yesterday wasn't some great news, today we heard some good stuff. Damon Snacks Harrison is off the NFI list. Yes! Yeah! That's a rush, baby. Snacks Harrison off the NFI list, man. He is back and practicing, which means by the time week 1 rolls around, this man should be back on the field, and we absolutely need him because I was playing Madden, and I'm pretty sure he's like the highest overall on our team, so we definitely need him to be healthy. Snacks Harrison, I'm so glad you're back, man. Do your thing. And now, next up, we have Marvin Jones Jr. Now, where's Marvin, right? Well, you know, he's had a lot of rest. He actually stayed in Detroit today. He did not travel to Houston. He stayed in Detroit, and he is working out with his trainer down there. So, again, I think it's just cautious stuff. If anything comes up, if any kind of tweaks come up, just going to be cautious, and they're going to, you know what? Okay, don't play. You know, they're going to make sure every veteran is healthy. And I love that Matt Patricia is doing that. He's not pushing anybody. That's really good. Then we have Jared Davis. You're back. JD is back. Jared Davis, another great player for this Detroit Lions defense. In my opinion, I think he's going to be the leader of this defense 2019. This man is back, and I'm very glad to get that information. Also, TJ Hockenson, the man who got poked in the eye, he's back as well. So it's not that serious. Very good. I was worried about that. I don't think he had a visor on today, but he is back. So thank goodness he's healthy and there's nothing wrong there. We also have Tom Savage, who remains on concussion protocol. Unfortunately, CJ Anderson, who had to leave with an injury. Not something that you want to hear. He had to leave with an injury and he was limping. So that could mean it was probably like a leg problem, maybe a foot problem, something along those lines. Hopefully he can get back and be healthy because CJ Anderson, again, is very important. And with that, he may not play at all throughout the entire preseason again. Because again, that's just how much they try to, you know, be careful with their players. They don't force them out. So I wouldn't even expect to see CJ Anderson maybe again this entire preseason just because of today. Then we have Trey Lamar, who is now on IR. So, you know, we weren't sure what was going to happen to Trey Lamar. They're kind of holding him around now by putting him on IR. So I kind of like that move, honestly, to, you know, kind of keep him with you. Matt Nelson was carted off today. We're praying for you, Matt. Get better. Just get better, because that's not anything you want to hear. This is the worst thing about the entire offseason. It's the worst thing about football. Football's great. Injuries stink. It's the worst thing about football, so get healthy, man. Matt Nelson, we are all praying for you. Teez Tabor is out still with that injury. Teez has been out for a little bit. Again, they're being cautious. So that could mean that maybe they're keeping him on the team. I don't know. It's hard because the multiple way to look at that, you could say that, hey, they're just keeping him around even though he's injured because they're confident that he will make the team. So hopefully that's how we're looking at that, because I'm rooting for you, Teez. I want to get a shirt that says Tabor in the back. I think that'd be cool looking. We also have Terrell Crosby, who's out for the exact same reason. Another thing here is Mike Daniels is now on to day-to-day. Why is he on day-to-day? Because of that foot injury. So he said he's going to be back versus Houston. Don't expect him to be back versus Houston. And that's fine. We don't need you out there, man. You just need to be healthy. That's all we honestly care about, is that you're healthy when the season starts. Now, let's get into some of the takeaways that I have. The first one is that Glover Quinn is back. And there he is. Glover! Glover! Hey! Glover? Okay, let's just move on. The old line definitely struggled today, and that's not a good sign. And that's been one of our weakest points. I think you could say of this team. Maybe it is the weakest point of this team in that offensive line. And this is the first group. This isn't the backup group. This is the first group who struggled. Again, I've said it before. This Texans has a great defensive line, great defense. Really, their front seven is really good. Guys like Clowney, who we're not sure what's going on with Clowney, but J.J. Watt. I mean, J.J. Watt's one of the best defensive linemen of all time. So they have really good talent back there. So it's not very surprising that they're doing really well against our offensive line, but we would like to see our offensive line get better. And it seems to be that they are struggling. They allow multiple sacks, multiple pressures, and multiple hurries. So nothing good really came out of that for the offensive line. Now, the Josh Johnson story is still going on, the new backup quarterback, right? What's Josh Johnson going to do? Josh Johnson is really fighting with David Fells for that backup spot. Seems like Josh Johnson is actually winning that backup position still. He seems to be playing better than David Fowles is. We'll just have to wait and see what happens there. Then we have actually some good news, because I want to give you guys some good news, and that is special teams play. Special teams played really well, because honestly, when all else fails, our special teams seems to be that one position. It's like, hey, we did well there, because we have a lot of talented pieces, right? You ever heard Death, Texas, Don Muhlbach? We still have Don Muhlbach, don't worry about that. Matt Prater's great. Sam Martin, great. Ryan Santoso, great. May not play, but he's great. And really what it was today, special teams-wise, was pinning the opponent, the Texans, within the 5 twice. That's really nice to see. D. Virgin did it once. Michael Ford did it the other time. So very good. Congratulations, you guys. And we've seen Virgin do this a few times, playing in special teams. That's something that he really brings to the team. So if he does make the team, I think a lot of it will have to do with him being an absolute stud on the special teams unit. Then we have Ty Johnson. And Ty Johnson, we know this man's fast, right? Ty, we know you're fast. But for you to challenge Jamal Agnew and my guy Big Play Slay to a race, that may be a little bit too far. I think Ty Johnson would win this race. But he basically said that if he raced those 2 guys, he would win. And apparently Darius Slay heard this, and he was like, I would win. So, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below who you think would win the race. Darius Slay or Ty Johnson. You can throw in Jamal Agnew too, but just between those 2, because Darius Slay said that there may be a race between those guys too, and I really hope there is, because that's going to be really awesome to see. So, I don't know who would win that race. I would think right off the bat you would say, okay, Ty Johnson, but he's kind of smaller. They're probably about the same size. I don't know. I really don't know. Darius Slay is probably like fast, and you don't really think about it, him guarding some of those wide receivers. So who knows? I think that would be a great thing to watch, though, for sure. Now, 2 guys that played really, really well today are Lowen. Came up with a few sacks, which is nice, because we definitely need some guys to make some plays defensively. Overall, as a defense, we played really well. Defense played a lot better than our offense today. Lowen came up with a couple sacks. He did really well on 1-on-1s. He's really perfecting that bull rush move. And then Devon Kennard also played well in 1-on-1 drills. So again, the defense was definitely the strong suit of the team today, as well as special teams, not necessarily the offense. Watt also made a play, okay? So Watt, how he's going against Rick Wagner. Well, he got past Rick Wagner. He got in there what would have been a sack. And he was like this. He went over to Matt Patricia. He said something. I don't know what he said. He's probably talking some heat. That's probably what he was doing. He's probably like, this is what you got? You got Rick Wagner, Matty P. You got Rick Wagner. You think Rick Wagner can handle me? And Matt Patricia said, boy, if you don't get... I don't know what he said. We don't know what they said. But he definitely responded to J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt walked back, and then defense happened. So he may have just roasted everything that he likes in life. I don't know. Matt Patricia seems like a guy that definitely has some fire bars. I would not try to roast Matt Patricia. He's probably got some heat. He's got that pencil. He's writing down lyrics all the time. Matt Patricia's got the heat. You don't want the smoke with Matt Patricia. That's what I'm trying to say. I have Matthew Stafford, right? How good is Matthew Stafford? Matthew Stafford is dish good. No, I'm kidding. I know you know what that means. But I will tell you something that I did learn in science. And it's not anything that's actually science related. Well, maybe it is. It's Matthew Stafford plus Kenny Golladay equals big play. That's what we've seen. We've seen it during the regular season last year, and we're seeing it again here. A couple of big plays to Kenny Golladay. We've seen it multiple days now, and really they had to take out J.J. Watt with a quick block from Rick Wagner and just had to quickly get it out to Kenny Golladay, let him go make the play, and that's what the Detroit Lions did today. So those are honestly really all of my takeaways, plus the participation list. Detroit Lions against the Houston Texans joint practices, day 17 of Detroit Lions training camp. Those are my takeaways. That's my participation list. If there is a part 2, make sure you guys tune in for that. Also, the Madden tournament will be taking place this Sunday at 2 o'clock. So hopefully if you're in a tournament, you definitely show up. The bracket has been posted, so you guys can go check that out as well. It says an upload. It says a video. You guys can go check out that video. Otherwise, you guys have any questions, let me hear them in the comments below. The debate table will probably take off sometime next week. Hopefully. That's what we're hoping. And also, the DoseOfDion gaming channel is back up, man. I should be posting a gaming video either today or tomorrow. Hopefully, I get it out today. We'll just have to wait and see. But with that being said, you guys are awesome. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.